Now we specifically bought composting worms. They recommend these. They don't recommend digging worms up out the garden because they're not the right type of worms. So we got this bag. We bought 250 grams. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we'll see what happens. Remember, they do breed and they will multiply. So I'll put these gently into my tub. There we go. There's actually quite a lot when you see them. Just various sizes, so that they're more chance of breeding cycles. And again, these need to be covered because they don't like being in the light. So here's the compost and paper stuff we had earlier. Cover 3/4 of them with this. And of course, the essential thing with this, obviously they'll need food. So, knowing we were getting them today, I've actually kept a few bits and pieces. I've crushed up a couple of eggshells. They'll manage to munch their way through that. They need that for the calcium. They do recommend eggshells and things. I've kept a couple of Cheerios and a bit of tomato. I'm not going to put all this in, I don't think. I've got a lettuce leaf here, which I'll shred that up a bit. I've got a tea bag. Apparently they like tea bags. So we'll put that lot in. And again, for the worms to come up, it needs to be covered. Now they recommend that they eat, I've got 250 grams of worms in there. They recommend at the moment they'll eat 125 grams of food a day. Again, you need to check the food, make sure it's not rotting, top it up and things like that, and we'll see how it goes. These boxes we bought came with the 3 lids. Lid just goes on top, and that's my worms safe and sound. And they will munch away in there, hopefully creating compost. Now the holes in the bottom, obviously eventually the worms create liquid gold, well, what's called liquid gold's a liquid that comes through, which is where my bottom box will come in. I will need to stand the top box on the bottom box. Too close. I'll need to stand the top box on the bottom box once they're producing liquid, so the liquid goes straight through to the bottom so the worms don't drown. Now, according to all the books and the websites, that'll take about 2 to 3 months to establish anyway. So I don't need to worry too much about that for now. But again, if it's left stood up like this, you're getting more air circulating. And the worms need air to circulate to keep the heat and the temperatures right.